Good morning, everyone. Strafegal, we are at the end. It's going to be our last Ending Lilies video. We are going to go try and beat the final version of the final boss, get the third ending. For relics, I've got, obviously, Fredia's Ring and the Luminant Aegis, which we need to get the good ending. We've got 2 extra max healing prayers. Haste and healing prayer, because you never know when you're gonna or how much time you're gonna have to heal. Blighted appendage increases damage. Snowdrop bracelet reduces damage to you. Decayed crown. This is one I didn't have on the last time I tried the boss, and I was thinking about it. Both the flying enemies in that room and the boss himself had a lot of effects from stun, so I feel like this is a good one. And then I put on Manissa's Ring, which is increased spirit. If there's another phase to that boss, I was almost out of spirits by the time we got through it. We're going to need to have a few extra. And then Recourse Ring is increase the SP gauge by 1. This gives us a second special. So if we build up, we can save up 1. Basically, this means if I am not in a situation to use my special, I don't lose it. I don't, or more importantly, if I don't notice that my special's filled, I'm more likely to actually get around to you. And I'm not going to waste the meter building up. So that's where we're at. Once again, here we've got Umbral Knight, Verboten Champion. We're going to try this. The fact that the boss is situated kind of up and in the middle makes this feel like a good choice. Especially with the little enemies he summons. If we can get up right at that center point as those spawn, I think this did a lot of damage too. I think we can jump up, uppercut, and sure you can all of them. Floral Sorceress, it's not a huge damage dealer, but it is really good at knocking out stun. So I think this is a good option still. It's also very good against aerial enemies, like the ones that he summons. Gerard the Elder Warrior, of course. This has been my favorite pretty much the whole game, and we're just gonna keep it on hand to hammer. I'm trying Fallen Archer instead of Western Merchant. I don't actually know if that's a better choice, but I feel like Fallen Archer gives me a little bit more control over it. And again, the boss kind of is situated up, and the enemies fly around, so being able to shoot up at an angle feels good. Dark Executioner is really, really... I mean, it's been really good the whole time we've had it. We may end up back on Faden, we may end up putting Hoenir in, but I feel like this is a good starting point based on what I know. At long last. The White Priestess of the Fount. Coming here was pointless. Flee, be rid of this place. It's too late for me. Didn't quite get the guard there. Whoops. Oh no! My controller just unplugged itself. What a time. Or what timing, right? That one attack just keeps sideswiping. Barely dodged that. That was luck. Totally skill. Yep, totally skill. I'm slightly worried about how much damage we've taken here, but we have a lot of spirits left, so I'm hoping we can be a little bit more aggressive if there is, I'm assuming, a second phase that is even worse than this one. There we go. Ended it with almost full charge. We'll see how bad this is. So now, no further, you two will be consumed by my blight. But because of the amulet, we have enough to not succumb to the pain. That's what I was afraid of. So I've got good news and bad news. The bad news is we get another shot. The good news is we were able to get through with basically over half of our resources available. Honestly, I was playing like crap that time. I'm okay with losing right there. Okay, arrows aren't working for me as well as I'd like. Let's try... Do we want to go with that? Let's try the Western Merchant. Western Merchant's been good to me. It gives that constant damage output that I don't have otherwise. It also helps me keep track of where the enemies are. Because Okay. That actually was going much better than the previous runs, until the end there. Basically, we didn't actually lose a healing surge until the last phase. Or until the third phase, rather, because we know there's more to come. Hey, I actually dodged it for once. Okay. Crap. Okay, I'm gonna burn a heal just to be safe because that first hit did so much damage last time. Unfortunately, because I didn't last long at all, that second form, I don't know what to expect still, which is really the worst part when you're in this situation. When you get to that last boss, you need time to figure out their patterns. Like, I already did this boss. I already completed the first phase of this boss before. That's why I was able to do it as well as I could. Okay. A lot of this is very similar to the first phase, so I'm not... Like, this is the big thing that changed. Or the third part of the first phase. Now we're getting into confusing territory, but... Okay, we're gonna finish that guy off quick. Crap. We're actually doing really well, considering this is the first time we've really seen this boss. Okay. Nope. I'm kind of terrified right now, because I can't hit it. Actually, I know what I need to do. There we go. There we go. Now, I don't know if there's another phase after this. Doesn't look like it. Second technically. First try actually getting to it with decent health. The first try, I got killed on the first hit of the first attack. That went really well. It was as if I'd been in eternal slumber, unsure if I was alive or dead. The days were filled with nothing but pain. When I awoke, I lay on a black pedestal. I felt a warm touch grace me. The tiny white priestesses were holding my hand. The same priestesses who were made to take on my blight. From nearby, I could barely make out the voices of coven members. The blight transfer rite was about to begin. The priestesses, knowing nothing of their fate, nuzzled up to me. These children would be sacrificed to keep me alive. What was it all for? The time I spent with them was what truly saved me. Time to pass on a legacy to these children. Let it be one of hope, not suffering. How? How is this happening? Could one white priestess alone have such power? No, that amulet. You made it whole again. All the fragments. All the shadows of our history, the unknowable suffering. You're going to bear it all from now on? I see. You came all this way with everyone. Thank you for freeing us all, for freeing me. You accomplished what I couldn't. You were never just a clone of myself. You're your own person, Lily. You've grown so much. It's time I should be going. I'll be watching over you. We'll always be together. Simple but cool. That was a good ending. I enjoyed that. So that was Ender Lilies. I've gushed about this game a lot. In the, 40 videos I'm up to now, probably. This is really up there for me. I've been playing a lot of games recently that I've kind of finished and gone, it was okay. And I didn't feel that way with this one. This was a lot of fun. This is exactly the kind of game that I enjoy playing. This is the exact kind of game that, I mean, it hits all the same notes for me as Hollow Knight, which I've said before, and it makes me excited. The lore is just enough for it to be there. It's not like it's this deep, emotional story like Ori, but it's just kind of this ongoing weaving the pieces together. And it wasn't easy. Like, that's one of the biggest things to me with a lot of these is I ended at level 98 with 100% completion, and it still took me 20 minutes to beat the last boss. The first time I beat the first boss, or the last boss, it took about that long as well. I've had multiple videos that were just bosses. And I've had multiple videos that were largely built around trying to do a few specific tricks. We did one for the Blight Gauntlet, the Abyss. We did one for, some of the jumping tricks. And yeah, there might have been an easier way now that I realized I was missing Incompetent Sinner. But yeah. Like, I'm not trying to say this game's perfect by any means. It just really hit a sweet spot for me. It was hard enough without being too hard. It was long enough without being too long. There were parts of it that were simple enough without being too simple. There was enough complexity without it becoming overwhelming. It was just a good, sweet spot. It is done. At long last. For each a proper burial. Lily, take heart. You are not alone. The blight may have taken them. They are still watching over us. And I will never leave your side. Amidst a collapsed world, her words echo out. Thank you for finding your way to me. And that again is marked with a C for the C ending. Okay. Now, I have one thing that I need to do here. Actually, there's two things I need to do. First thing, Lost Heirloom allows the recollection of one's unblighted form. Notably, that unlocks Collector. You may now access Blightborn modes. You may now access Maligned Memories. Prepare for back-to-back battles against each previously purified boss. Okay, I was popping into this because I wanted to get this. This should now... So it returns you to your original unblighted form. And it marks that in orange. So we have now 100%ed the map. However, now I'm even more excited. We're gonna actually back out here because we're gonna fast travel to... Let's try this one. I just want something a little, with a little less intense music. Okay. So, I've been gushing about this game for a while. I've made that very clear. I didn't know that it had this. And now that pushes it up even another level. As I loaded this, it had New Game Plus sitting there for me. Blightborn modes. Player level cap, blighted spirit level cap. Enemy hits cause instant death, disable prayers, contact damage multiple. Wow. Okay. So this has a built-in way to do challenge modes. That's what Blightborn is. I knew that the Purified Memories here was boss refights. Maligned Memories says it's all of them back to back. So it's all 9 of these fights back to back. One of my big complaints with the last several games I've played was that they were okay, but I wanted something more from them. That I wished that there was a little bit more substance to them, that they had other modes, other difficulties, a little bit bigger maps, a little bit more density with their maps. And I think that's a lot of the reason this one's resonating so hard with me, is because it is so well designed. There is so much going on here. There's so many options available. And I think that is what really stands out to me above all the other awesome things that this game does. There's just a lot to it. It's dense. There's just so much there. And everything I've played has been fun. And I couldn't break it. No, Bloodstained, I enjoyed Bloodstained, but it was too easy. Like, even once you got going on, like, I tried the New Game Plus and carried it over into a harder difficulty, and it was still a joke. Like, I really enjoyed that game, but if it had had something, like, again, I'm level 98. I didn't have to grind at all to get that. I just went through and got all of the items. And a lot of times I was running past them. I don't know. I should probably stop gushing. Go play this game. This is worth picking up. It doesn't look like this studio has done anything else. This is a brand new company that's putting out this amazing game. And like, there's a lot of games that I would say wait until it's on Steam sale at least or something. No, just go buy this one. This one's worth it. This is a great game. If you've already gotten to this point, you know that. You've also had it all spoiled for you, but you know what? There's a boss rush mode. There's a New Game Plus. There's a bunch of stuff that I potentially kind of haven't done yet. Who knows? Yeah. I have enjoyed this a lot. This is going to be my last video before I go on vacation here. After I come back from vacation, I am intending to start videos for the new Pathfinder game, which is Breath of the Righteous. That'll be coming out in a couple days here, and then I'll be starting it once I get back. If you haven't watched my old Pathfinder run-through, this time I waited until it was out, or until it was the full release instead of the beta. But hopefully they got the bugs out. Because yeah, last time was a bit of a disaster, but Owlcat has been great, and been following them long enough to see that they are very... It seems like they're trying to fix the things that they did wrong last time. We'll go with that. They listen to me, which is a good thing. Anyway, hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, please give me a like and subscribe. Check out the other content on my channel. If you enjoyed this and you haven't seen Hollow Knight, go check out Hollow Knight. If you enjoyed this and you haven't watched the last few Metroidvania videos that I've watched, there's literally a whole playlist on the front page. It's all the different Metroidvanias. Or not playlist, category, where all the playlists are hiding. Just for Metroidvanias. There's a ton of them. I think it's like 15 or 16 now. Yeah. Thank you for watching, and as always, have a good one. We'll catch you next time.